Hi guys, so I was just picking up this mess, all these toys in my house, and it made me think about a couple buyers that we've helped so far this year. And I didn't have this option last year when we were at a single lender, and being back into the broker world, it's one of just the absolute best tools that can help you close more deals and help win multiple offers. And I wanted to share with you because this tool that I'm going to take you to the whiteboard and quickly break down 4 of the deals that we used this tactic with and how you can use it too, because there's multiple ways that I've used it for people to qualify. And so I'm going to take you to the board. So it made me think about if I was selling my house, how I would want to get the heck out of here and not be in the home with my children, and how it enables you to do that and in ways that you haven't even thought of. So, all right, so I would want to get out of my house. There's no way I could sell it. And a lot of people feel that way. And last year I didn't have this option because there's very few banks that do home equity lines or bridge loans when they know you're moving out of a home. But as a broker, again, we have this option. And if you've seen a buyer use it, it's probably because the lender they're using does not offer it. So here's how we've done them so far this year. So client number 1, for example, in bridge loans, they're just home equity lines. They're just named a little bit differently and the rate's a little higher because the bank's not going to make any money, but it's a tool to get them in a new house. So let's say that their current home they're living in is worth $100,000. Let's say they owe $50,000 on that house and their total monthly payment is $800. That means that the bridge loan or the bank that's lending will lend up to 80% of the value. Once in a while we can get them to stretch up to 85, but let's use 80. So if they'll lend up to 80%, they'll lend to this borrower $80,000. Now this is where borrowers get a little confused. So, and I'm sure to some of you it's a little confusing too. So $80,000 is 80% of $100,000. That's what the bank will lend. They pay off their current mortgage. So now this is made up of the 50, and then the other 30 is a check. They're going to get $30,000 in a check to go take and buy the next house. And the best part is the payment is interest only, and it brings it down. It's going to bring it down to the $500 range. So it helps them qualify to buy the other house while they still own their current home. So that's the traditional way that we just help one person, but there's 2 other quick ways I'm going to show you that we used it that's a little bit different. Okay, so this is our second example with a buyer that we just closed on. And so this buyer, a little bit different, thinking outside the box. They needed to get out of their home, had kids, and their house was worth $145. They were buying one for $250. They owed $120, which if you do the math, 145 times 80% is $116. They owed too much, so they couldn't get any money. And it's actually over that. We still closed on it. We still did a bridge loan. I got an exception that we asked for. They lent the $120, so they got 0 funds, but here's what it did. Their payment was over $1,000 on their current home. Because bridge loans and home equity lines are interest only, it brought their payment down to $790, and they qualified and they moved into their new home, got an offer on theirs while this was going on. They've never made a bridge loan payment. So this last one is one of my favorites because it's getting a little creative and helping people see things differently. So this couple, this is the 3rd bridge loan I'm going to show you. So they came to me and they had a current home that was worth $160. They only owed $60,000 on it, so they estimated that they would have, if they sold it, between $80,000 and $90,000. And their current payment was $750. And they wanted to buy this house that was, it's $185. So $185, and if they took all that equity and they put the money down, their payment was going to be just under $1,000 a month. And that's what they thought they wanted to do. Well, their debt to income ratio was way too high because they had payments of $1,252. Car payments, some installment loans, just a whole bunch of stuff. So altogether, they were paying about $2,000 a month. They love this house. And so what we did was we looked at it and said, all right, let's still do the bridge loan, The bridge loan will allow you to borrow, and so they were able to get it. What ended up being, it was like 155, and they got the extra money. But instead of getting here the 90,000, they only got 28,000 to purchase because we paid off all but $100 of that debt. So all of this is now gone. So before they were paying $2,000 a month. Now their new house payment, we only put 5% down on the new house, but their total payments now, which is all they have, is $1,375 at 3.99%. Whereas a lot of these loans were high interest credit cards and stuff like that. So we used the bridge loan. The bridge, when it closed, it paid off a list of liens that we have to show the bank for the new qualifying bank. And then they got $28,000 to go put down on the new house that's closing here at the end of this week, and their new payment is $1,375. So they're saving every month about $700. So I just wanted you to think a little differently about bridge loans. It's not just for getting money, and it can be used in different ways to help people qualify and help win multiple offer situations. So if you have any questions, would like to have a buyer look at doing a bridge loan or a home equity line, have them give me a call and we can walk them through it. Thanks, guys.